have Jason and Jessica, which are the victors from the last match that we just streamed to you guys in real time, and we're going to do some post-match commentary. So we had Jason up here earlier today. We're going to start with Jessica this time. Jessica, would you please introduce yourself to the viewers, as well as discuss your current rankings and achievements and interests in this sport?
Great. So my name is Jessica Agra. I'm a member of the Philippine Paddle Association. I used to be the number one ranked woman for the Asia Pacific Paddle Tour. And currently the number one Filipino player here in the Philippines. So.
That is outstanding. So before we get into our dialogue, the first thing I want to do is congratulate both of you on your win. So congratulations,
Thank
Jessica.
You so much.
Jason, congratulations, brother. And then, of course, we have Sean O'Neill, too.
Yeah.
So
Match was amazing, you guys.
when we were watching you guys doing your warm-ups on your volleys with Bambi and Yoke, it was like the energy was there, and we didn't know who was going to take it. Now, with you both being Filipinos and this being the first FIP Rise in Manila in the heart of Fort Bonifacio, Global City, the fact that the Filipino team is the team that won, well, that speaks testaments to itself. First question I think the audience is dying to know is your signature shot. Everybody talks about Jessica's signature shot. So, are you comfortable with sharing that, or do you want to not disclose that?
Is that a secret?
I'm gonna try and guess. Maybe is it the Chiquita or?
It's kind of like a Chiquita that goes onto the wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the ball seems to die once it hits there. It knows that its last rights are there, and you guys are getting the point. So.
Right. I try to do that as much as I can, but sometimes I think I do it too much, so I should try to pick when I hit that shot. But you're right, that is one of my favorite shots for sure.
And Jason, we saw you do multiple smashes on that game. The question I have for you was when you was sending smashes at you, you were actually able to keep a couple of them from happening. So we noticed that you were taking advancement on the field before the ball was actually going there to allow you to capitalize on that. So how do you plan that out? What goes through your mind when you see that?
I mean, I think a big part of this sport, which is why you need to put in a lot of hours, is the whole aspect of anticipation. So you're not just waiting to see what the opponent is going to do. You're almost reading based on the quality of shot that you hit. What's the most likely outcome that's going to happen on the court? So, for example, if I knew he was going to, if I knew our lob was maybe a little bit short, or not as deep as it could be, that they would have to let it bounce. I know he's in most all likelihood going to try to wind up and hit a really big smash. So I can already position myself by, like you said, moving forward and trying to anticipate that it's going to bounce, it's going to hit the wall and come all the way back towards the net. So I had a couple opportunities. I unfortunately missed one on a big point. I think at down 1-3 in the second set, I missed one on a golden point. But on a few opportunities, I was able to get it back.
It was like you brought the web slinger with you today.
Right.
Because you were on the money with those.
Yeah, and the recovery in the second set, and we saw the momentum shift. We could feel it up here. We were talking about it as we were commentating on the match. It just seemed to shift back towards the Team Philippines. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, I felt like we there was a no-ad point, or a golden point at 0-1 in the second set. One of those where he hit a smash and I wasn't able to recover it. So then we go down 2-0, then it went 3-0. We were lucky enough to hold on Jess's serve to get it to 3-1. And then that next game was super close for us. I think we had a few different breakpoint opportunities that we didn't capitalize. But momentum-wise, I think on that changeover, we in each of one of these games. So then we were able to hold at 4-2, and then that 4-3 game was when we finally broke back, using that momentum that we knew we were after going down that break.
Was there any point during the match where you didn't think you guys were going to get it?
I mean, I agree that I felt the momentum change too at the beginning of the second set. I think for me, I missed a couple of shots that I shouldn't be missing. But I mean, any match I think I play, I don't think I ever consider that I'm not going to win it up until the last point. I think it never crosses my mind up until, it just doesn't. You just fight for every
Jessica
point.
comes to collect toe tags. She does not lose.
No,
She
no, no.
wins.
I mean, even
She
if
is the alpha predator on the paddle court. There's never any doubt. Jason, what about yourself, brother?
Maybe I'm more of the beta of Jess's alpha. I was confident that if we executed our game plan, things were going to go well. It's just a matter of executing it. So
now your team plan, that's the next question. Without giving away details, because we're still in the heat of the champion of the tournament. Your plan that you guys did have, did you stick to it? Did you make deviations? If so, what led to that?
you want to go or me?
You can go.
Yeah, I think we were pretty cognizant of being smart with our lobs. Most importantly, he has such a good smash, so it's a matter of picking and choosing not only when to hit a lob, but also the placement of the lob, which I think was maybe our number one strategy. The other thing is we didn't want to play too fast, turn it into a reflex volley versus reflex volley, because we know Bambi has really, really good volleys, and so we kind of adjusted the strategy accordingly.
Yes, and to that, what we saw happening on your side and also with your opponents with Bambi and Uke was that there would be the serve, and then there would be a return, and then there would be a lob, and then it would get into like some ricochets, and then it was either like a Chiquita or a smash out.
Yeah.
So is that the typical lay of the lands when you guys are operating here, or Jessica, is there other ways that you try to switch it up? And if so, what leads into switching it up?
I mean, it usually depends on the strengths and weaknesses of your opponents too, but I think generally, I mean, lobs when you're at the back, so you take the net. I think generally that's the game plan, unless your opponents show something else where you feel like you'd have to adjust something. But I feel like our game plan today is usually what I would generally do too in a match.
Another thing that we would give credence or credit to on your testament is your guys' body communication down there, your synergy. You guys come across as though you are in sync. There were only a couple opportunities where Uke was able to find a blind spot where he was able to capitalize. With that being said, it was like when Jason was attacking the net, you were kind of like covering his six, and then when you were getting like I'm going to say overwhelmed or beaten down, but when you had repetition after repetition after repetition, a ball coming at you, Jason was then coming in to then counter it, to then put the advantage back in your guys' position. Great game. Fantastic showing. As always, we're so grateful to have you guys up here. We wish you guys the best moving forward in the tournament. And at any time you guys want to come up and chop it up, you're more than welcome to. Is there any other thing that you would like to say or address, or anybody you want to give a shout out to before you guys go? We'll go with Jessica, ladies first, and then we'll end with Jason.
I just want to thank everyone that's watching and supporting all the players, especially the Filipino players here. And of course, I want to thank my family too, who always try to watch my games. So thank you. The Philippine Paddle Association too, and Manila Paddle Club, and to all the sponsors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jessica. My pleasure. And Jason.
Yeah, I would say, echoing everything Jess said, I think it's pretty special for us, as you said, as two Filipino paddle PBA athletes, to win the first mixed doubles tournament on our home soil, especially with FIP happening this week, and it's a pretty special moment. So it wouldn't be as special for sure if it wasn't for all of the hard work and effort that the team here is putting into making it really feel professional and really feel making all of the players feel like we're treated nothing but A+. So just thanks to everyone who's, including the two of you and the whole team who's here, broadcasting, sponsoring, supporting, the people cooking the food downstairs. All of this it wouldn't be as special if it wasn't for each and every one of those people. So just thanks for that.
Thank you, Jason. And to our viewers, this tournament is made possible because of K-Swiss, Heineken, Bench Active, our
Rudy
lovely
Project. Yep.
Lovely Rudy Project, Italian-made sportswear glasses, and of course the FIP, all of the players, the countries that the players are representing, and the fans. So thank you. Please continue to tune in, and we all look forward to seeing Jason and Jessica back on the court.